All right, so today we're going deep on something that's super interesting to me.
Okay.
It's how Gen Z is kind of turning the world of personal finance on its head.
Interesting.
You know how we always heard, go to the bank, ask for advice?
Right, right.
Well, it seems like Gen Z is like, nah, we're good.
Hmm.
This article, Money Matters, Gen Z and the Changing Finance Landscape. It basically says they're not relying on like the traditional sources of financial advice.
So they're not listening to their parents?
Not so much.
Or like, financial advisors or
Yeah, that older generation.
yeah.
And they're doing their own thing, and it's kind of fascinating.
Well, what's interesting is I don't think it's just a rebellion.
Oh, what do
I
you think?
think it's like they've grown up watching, financial crises,
Yeah,
student loan debt going through the roof,
yeah,
like the job market being all over the place.
that's true.
They've got a totally different experience than we did.
It's almost like they've learned from watching us struggle,
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, we got to figure this out on our own.
Exactly. And the thing is, Gen Z has something that we never did.
What's that?
Just constant access to information.
True.
They're like digital natives, right? They
Yeah.
grew up with the internet. They're comfortable doing their own research,
Yeah.
learning stuff online independently.
Which brings us to this whole thing of Gen Z, like getting financial advice from YouTube and Instagram.
Crazy, right?
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's like platforms like YouTube are totally changing the game.
Yeah,
But here's the thing though, right? Not everything online is good advice.
of course not.
So how do we help Gen Z navigate all that noise and find the stuff that's actually going to help them?
Yeah, how do we help them separate the wheat from the chaff?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where I think this idea of self-directed learning comes in. It's not
Right.
just like watching a couple random videos. It's like actively searching out information.
Yeah, being intentional about it.
So what kind of stuff are they actually consuming?
Well, they're looking for answers, right? Like straight up. So think like investing basics videos that break it down,
Mhm.
personal finance blogs where it's like relatable advice, from people their age,
Right.
even online courses that teach them specific skills.
Wow.
They're basically like curating their own financial education,
That's awesome.
picking and choosing what they need to know to get to where they want to go.
It's like they're building their own financial toolkits.
Yeah, exactly.
So then where does that leave like the traditional institutions, the banks and stuff?
Right.
Are they going the way of the dinosaur?
I wouldn't say extinct just yet,
Okay.
but they got to adapt.
How so?
Well, Gen Z expects things to be digital first, right?
Makes sense.
Like they want advice that feels personal to them, not just some generic brochure.
Yeah.
And they can smell anything that's inauthentic from a mile away.
Yeah, they value transparency a lot.
Absolutely.
So what does all this mean for Gen Z's financial future then? Is it a good thing?
That's the big question, isn't it? I think this shift towards self-directed learning could be really empowering.
Oh,
Imagine a generation that's actually financially literate, making good decisions and building secure futures.
I love that.
But there's a flip side, too.
Whoa.
With so much info out there, it's easy to get tricked.
Right.
Fall for scams or bad advice.
That's true.
It's like the Wild West of finance out there.
So are they prepared for those risks?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's where it gets really interesting for me.
Yeah.
Gen Z has the tools to be super savvy about money,
Hmm.
but are they ready for the downsides that come with it? What do you think?
Mm.
What do you think the long-term impact of all this is going to be? Let us know your thoughts.
Me
Pick
either.
us up in the comments. We'd
Big-
love to hear from you.
Gonna be
All right, that's it for a deep dive today.
fascinating to watch it unfold.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.